Emergence as a world power. At the turn of the 20th century, the United States began establishing itself as a global power. Its growing industrial economy, military strength, and influence in international affairs positioned it as a key player on the world stage. Entry into World War I, 1917. Although the U.S. initially remained neutral during World War I, it entered the conflict in 1917. U.S. involvement helped tip the balance in favor of the Allies, Britain, France, and Russia, and contributed significantly to the defeat of the Central Powers, Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire, in 1918. Economic boom of the 1920s. After World War I, the U.S. experienced a period of rapid economic growth, known as the Roaring Twenties. Technological advances, mass production, and a booming stock market led to increased consumer spending and prosperity for many Americans. Stock market crash of 1929. The prosperity of the 1920s came to a sudden end with the stock market crash of October 1929. The crash wiped out billions of dollars in wealth, leading to a severe economic downturn. Banks failed, businesses collapsed, and millions of people lost their jobs and savings. The Great Depression. The Great Depression, which lasted through the 1930s, was the most severe economic crisis in U.S. history. Unemployment skyrocketed, and poverty became widespread. Breadlines, soup kitchens, and shanty towns, often called Hoovervilles, became symbols of the times. Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. In 1933, Franklin D. Roosevelt became president and introduced the New Deal, a series of government programs and reforms designed to provide relief, recovery, and reform. Programs like the Civilian Conservation Corps, CEC, and the Works Progress Administration, WPA, created jobs, while banking reforms and Social Security helped stabilize the economy. Rising tensions. Leading to World War II. While the U.S. was focused on recovering from the Great Depression, conflicts were brewing in Europe and Asia. In the 1930s, Nazi Germany, led by Adolf Hitler, began expanding its territory, while Japan sought to dominate East Asia. The U.S. initially remained neutral, but tensions continued to rise globally. Attack on Pearl Harbor, 1941. On December 7, 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii, which led the U.S. to formally enter World War II the next day. The U.S. joined the Allies, including Britain and the Soviet Union, in the fight against Nazi Germany, Japan, and Italy. U.S. role in World War II. The U.S. played a decisive role in both the European and Pacific theaters of World War II. American forces participated in major campaigns such as the D-Day invasion of Normandy in 1944, which contributed to the defeat of Nazi Germany. In the Pacific, U.S. forces fought Japan in battles like Midway and Iwo Jima. End of World War II, 1945. World War II ended in 1945 with the Allied victory over Germany in May and Japan in September, following the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The war left millions dead and caused unprecedented destruction, but it also solidified the United States' status as a dominant global superpower.